Cool. Hi, Miss Lord.
Hello.
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 Here we have Miranda, Noelle, Desiree, and Cody.
What up?
And I'm going to tell them the littlest, stupidest facts I've found about Queen Victoria. So, first things first, what do y'all know about Queen Victoria?
Not much.
Her name's Victoria.
And she was a queen.
I feel like that's a good starting point.
She's a werewolf.
No. So, no,
that was
different.
Elizabeth Bathory.
Elizabeth Bathory killed people.
She did.
A lot of people.
Yeah. So, Queen Victoria was born in 1819 to Prince Edward and Princess Victoria. And she was christened as Princess Alexandrina Victoria. I forgot her last name. It's so long. It's hard to remember. Anyway, her dad died.
And she was
Yeah.
how old?
8 months.
Oh, that's sad.
Good stuff.
Yeah, it's all good.
Sad for her, good for us.
Her mom became controlling, made her childhood suck. Just like really bad. Like she hated her mom to the point that when she became queen, she exiled her mom.
Wow.
That's
Yeah.
a mood.
Anyway, she obviously got coronated on May 24th, 1839. Wait, June 20th, 1839. And then a couple years later, she married Prince Albert in 1840. They had 9 kids.
My God.
That's a lot.
Yeah, she was dubbed grandmother of the World War.
It's understandable considering she had 9 kids.
Yeah, I have a list of their names. If you give me a second.
If everybody had 2 kids, she'd be the grandmother of 18 grandchildren. That's
I think it ended up being in the 50s.
Hmm.
Her first daughter was named Princess Victoria after her, but everyone called her Princess Vicky. And her second son is Prince Edward. He was kind of a jerk, not gonna lie. And then, I think it's Princess Alice. No. Here it is. It's Princess Victoria, Prince Edward, Princess Alice, Prince Alfred, Princess Helena, Princess Louise, Prince Arthur, Prince Leopold, and Princess Beatrice. And I hate that.
I feel like she ran out of names.
Especially to go thing 1 or thing 2 near the end.
No, they all lived. Yeah. But just when Princess Beatrice, her youngest, was 4 years old, Prince Albert died in 1861. So she
her
became
brother died?
her. No, her husband.
Oh, her husband. Sorry. There's 2 Queen Victorias, or Princess Victorias. Victoria.
Yeah.
Goodness.
Anyway, she went into like this long state of depression. Like for 5 years, she didn't see any of her subjects.
Yeah, I'd say. With a man you've reproduced 9 children with.
I need a break too.
But there's like other diplomatic things that she's done. But for these small little facts, it doesn't really matter. But
Well,
anyway,
here's the thing. What's like the biggest thing that she did other than being a mother and a grandmother during her term as queen?
she abolished slavery in England.
Now that's pretty big,
You go,
especially for
girl.
that time period.
She ignored Ireland during the Great Irish Famine.
She ignored them.
Yeah. She
Oh, you're
straight up ignored
starving?
I
them.
don't care.
Don't
I
care.
heard you're hungry. Be ashamed of.
She created a large diplomatic standing throughout Europe and India. But after all that, she died in 1901. She died in 1901 after 63 years of ruling England.
So how old was she when she died?
I think she was 81. Yeah, she was 81. There was very early on in her, we'll get to that, but very early on, she had a big scandal with one of her maids. Cause
Wait, female maid or male maid?
female maid, she thought she
Okay.
was pregnant and didn't want her in her chambers because she was pregnant and not married. But it turned out she wasn't pregnant. She had stomach cancer and she died. So she got
No.
a huge backlash from that.
That's a 180 if ever.
Yeah. Absolutely.
So she died, age 81, 63 years of reigning England. This pretty, well, it's not pretty much her life. There's a lot more I could go into, but that's not the fun part. The fun
We're here
part
for the fun part.
is the stupid stuff I found.
Proof that she was a werewolf?
No, she's not a werewolf, sadly. But she
Who
was.
never wrong.
You'd be a liking.
She was 4 feet 10 inches tall.
Oh,
What?
she's small.
She needs a booster seat.
She is right at the height of being, like, declared
Midget?
a midget.
Oh man, that's not the right term. What's the right term?
Short
Little people?
person.
That is not.
We'll go little people.
Sorry, anyway. A little more appropriate. Keep going.
She's short. That's all that matters.
Everyone knows that she popularized Christmas trees and stuff, because that's what Germans did, and her husband was German. But I bet you
So
didn't
she
know.
kind of like made it a thing.
Yeah,
Ah, that's cool.
but
So is she also the person who invented the popcorn strands?
probably not. She didn't invent Christmas trees, she just popularized them. That's all
Did
that
she
she did.
popularize?
Yeah, because if the queen has a Christmas tree Everybody has
ever.
a Christmas tree.
But here's one thing you probably didn't know. When she got married to Albert, she was one of the first people to have a wedding dress. Like white, fancy, elegant wedding dress.
Cool.
I'm kind of surprised it was white. Wasn't the thing then purple? Yeah, she is royalty. Okay. Anyway, keep going.
What is it? The royal disease. Hemophilia. She was the first
Oh, where you
carrier.
can't stop bleeding?
Yeah. She was the first known carrier of hemophilia in the British royal family.
Ooh.
So you're telling me she was
Yes. And then she inbred her 9 children.
Wait, please tell me Prince Albert wasn't her cousin.
Yep, first cousin.
Oh.
That explains that.
Wait, how come he's German and she's not?
Her mom's German.
First cousin.
No,
They don't have to live next to each other.
I mean, I guess. But I'm sorry. Anyway, go ahead.
You know I'm right.
I know you are.
She knew several languages like German, French, Spanish. But she also knew Urdu and Hindi.
Wow, very multicultural. Does that mean she associated a lot with these countries, or she just did it for fun?
Both.
Oh, okay, cool.
Because when she became Empress of India, where she bought up a bunch of land in India, she had a representative come over, and he basically spent much of his time with her and teaching her Hindi and Urdu and telling her about India. She had several assassination attempts on her life.
Did her people not like her, or was that during that 5-year period?
I know
Her
one of
husband
them, a clinically insane man tried to shoot her on her daily carriage ride. When she
Yeah,
was,
but this was back when they like removed lobes out of people's ear. Or out of
I mean,
people's
it was
heads.
only the 1800s.
Yeah, right. Didn't they do that in that time?
I don't know, that's why I did my essay on Queen Victoria instead of medicine.
That's smart. All right. Sorry.
A weird one, she had a horse named Keith.
Keith, I love it.
He was a white carriage horse that pulled her Christmas sleigh around.
That's pretty.
And last but not least, she is the very first monarch to have her photograph taken.
Oh. We're talking about the kind of photograph that takes like forever to make, and you have to sit very still for like almost an hour or so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would have been rough.
That really would have.
And they mass sold these. Like, I think they said thousands. Thousands were sold during the Christmas holidays of Queen Victoria, Prince Albert, Princess Vicky, and Prince Edward.
Well, she seems pretty interesting. She did a lot in her time.
Yeah, I guess.
So how long were her and Prince Albert, King Albert, whatever, how long were they married?
21 years.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's rough.
And then he just up and died at age 40.
Any particular reason?
Uh, he died of typhoid fever. Prince Edward brought it back when he was canoodling with an Irish actress.
Ooh, great.
And that just makes you feel bad.
Oh
Killed
yeah,
your own dad.
no, Victoria hated him. Not Albert, Edward. She hated Edward.
Understandable.
Yeah, I
Killed
don't blame
her
her.
husband.
And he was just... It's rough. Queen Victoria's life was rough. Even though during her time frame, she did like all this amazing stuff, her personal life was awful.
So, like, what was probably the most horrible thing that happened in her term, per se? Like we have a pandemic. Was typhoid fever a pandemic in her reign, or was there any other kind of disease or famine or anything?
I don't think there was a disease. There were several wars in Africa and in the Middle East that they just kept sending in soldiers and they kept getting slaughtered.
Ooh.
And there was Jack the Ripper. That happened a couple years after Albert died.
Only a couple, so it was during the time that she wasn't talking to anybody?
Yeah.
I can see kind of why people might have hated her. Like, hey, we're having a murder out here. Can you help us? No, I'm too depressed from my husband dying 3 years ago, 3 years ago.
She wasn't even in England. She was in Scotland.
When Jack the Ripper happened?
Yeah. That's where she spent her depressive episodes.
So who was running the country while she was gone?
Yeah, she's just a figurehead. She still had major sway, but after Prince Albert died, she kind of lost all. She lost all
Motivation.
voice and
Later.
motivation. So her power kind of slipped from Parliament.
Well, this has been fairly interesting. I had no idea that she wasn't a werewolf.
I kind of had an idea, but I wasn't sure. That's why I had to do this research paper. Anyway, this has been fun, but I know y'all have work and life. So thank you for helping me with my school project and podcast.
Yeah, of course.
Of course, you're very welcome.
It was interesting.
And we'll say, hey, Miss Lord. Don't know you, but hey.
I think I might have had your class. Hi.
I don't believe it.
Anyway, thank y'all.
Ashton said, hey, if you didn't hear that.